Let's start the show.
Hey guys, Pierre here from ACM Healthcare, back again with another episode of the ACM show. As you can see, I'm here with Pierre,
Josh.
That's my name, and Josh is also here. So this week we thought we'd change it up. We've got our marketing manager behind the camera again. Sup, Nat?
Hello.
She'll be asking us questions. Guess as me and Josh sort of work as a team, so we thought we'd do this episode as a team, and Nat's actually going to be asking us the questions. So whenever you're ready, Nat.
Okay.
Question number one.
What were you guys doing before ACM Healthcare?
Well, before ACM Healthcare, I was actually a nurse. So I'd finished my bachelor's of nursing at UWS, and shortly after finishing and graduating, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, what I sort of want to get into. Like a lot of graduates probably feel the same way. I still did want to stay within healthcare and stuff like that. But yeah, I wasn't sure if that shift working in the hospital was sort of my thing. And that's when I sort of reached out to the boys at ACM Healthcare, and they sort of offered me a role here as the nursing manager, and helping them sort of build up that desk, and that's sort of how I sort of transitioned into recruitment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the boys were able to, help you help others.
Yeah, essentially.
Well, I was working in sales. I was working in the steel industry, and I was a very Australian person back then. One of my first calls at ACM Healthcare while Archie was training me, he goes, "Oh, that was a really good call, man, but let's try to be a little less bogan." And I was like, I don't know how to. But yeah, I was working in steel sales and selling steel for a living. That was my background, so sales pretty much. And you were a nurse. Both very good at our
Same
jobs.
match made in heaven.
Yeah, that's why we've become brothers.
Steel nurse.
Steel nurses.
So how long ago was that?
So I've been with ACM Healthcare now for just under 6 years now.
Yeah, and I'm just under 5 years, going on 5 years in September.
What was the transition like from your previous jobs or degrees, whatever you were doing?
Seamless. All of my skills are transferable, and I was an excellent recruiter from the get-go.
I think I was about the same.
Yeah.
So, no, the transition for me, it wasn't that hard. Yeah, it was definitely a different world coming from, say, nursing. But since it was within healthcare and I was sort of jumping into that nursing desk, it was sort of easy for me to relate to, say, the clinicians. Speaking to nurses wasn't too difficult. It was more so getting that sales aspect into it. And not so much sales, but that recruitment aspect into it. That's where I think where you sort of...
That's fair.
Yeah, where
it's
you
very
sort
opposite
of...
for
yeah,
me.
yeah,
I had the
exactly.
sales, I had the customer skills, I could talk.
Yeah.
But I had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah, so I guess that's why they kind of put us together.
Yeah, because together we make one good recruiter. No, I mean, I think they did put us together because I think we've been able to learn a lot from each other.
No, for sure. And then I guess our roles just sort of evolved from where we were until now where we do allied health.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I think with my old role, people would come to me because they want to buy something that we sold. Whereas this job is, we have to find the sellers, we have to find the buyers, pretty much.
And then this is like the one time where like that product can say no and change their mind.
Yeah, like when I was selling steel, my steel can't go, oh, no, I don't like this customer.
Yeah.
The product was just the product.
That's fair.
But now it's our product's people. So we have to talk about what they want, what they're looking for, what, why they're leaving their current job. So there's a lot more challenges, I guess, in making sure that our candidates line up with our clients really well.
For sure, I sort of felt that. Like coming from nursing was more about like patient care, like are you comfortable? Do you feel good? Everything like that, which sort of translates as well to recruitment. But then again, there's two parties involved at that point.
Yeah.
And you're just sort of that middle guy. But then, yeah, it worked out in the end.
My old job was more transactional.
Yeah.
It was just sell whatever I'm selling. Whereas this one's a bit more trying to find the right fit, trying to find, all these different things that line up with our clients and our candidates. So I think it's gone from sales to actually just helping people, to be honest, if I could really nut it down.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so you guys speak a little bit about, working with allied health. Is there any area in particular that you look after or that you excel in more?
Yeah, I'd say so. So, our primary focus, both Pierre and I, would be physiotherapy. However, we do dip our feet in other areas of allied health. So, OT being another big one here between myself and Pierre. Podiatry, dietitians, speech pathologists. So anything that sort of really falls underneath that allied health umbrella, we sort of cover. But again,
Primarily, I think physiotherapist, occupational therapist as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think physio is probably our main. I know a lot about physiotherapy, like a lot. Like
You just learnt it all on the job.
Yeah, I've had physiotherapists ask me how long I've worked as a physio. I go, never.
Yeah, I get that question asked a lot as well. Like, are you a clinician yourself? Like, oh, what are you doing? Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's probably, I think that's the biggest compliment, having a physio ask me how long I've been a physio. And I go, I haven't.
So did you guys research about physiotherapy, or
Yeah,
was it just all just as you went, you're reading job descriptions and you kind of just...
I think it was a bit of both. It was definitely I learned a lot on the job.
It's definitely on the job,
you're speaking to physios and allied health every day, all the time, 7 hours a day. You're bound to learn a thing or two.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I'd hear a word that I'd never heard before.
And then try to slot into a conversation. And then
not even just I figure out what that word was. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Firstly, I figure out how to spell the word. Because I was orthopedic, for example, there's all these unnecessary letters in the word.
Yeah, A&E.
Yeah, why?
Pediatrics.
Yeah, pediatrics. It's not PE, it's PAE. Why chuck the A in? You know what I mean?
We're Australian.
Yeah, but anyway, but then it was just figuring out what these words mean, and we knew a lot. We were taught a lot, but it was more trying to connect these terms or these key words into what we've learned. So, general MSK is pretty much outpatient for a physiotherapist, sports rehab, day rehab. It's pretty much very, very similar. You know what I mean? And that's not something we would have known unless we were talking to these clinicians. We've learned a lot on the job, definitely.
Yeah, definitely on the job. And then again, our own homework, we've definitely done a bit of our own homework and stuff like that as well. But again, I think the best practice is really just chatting with these people, chatting with the candidates and stuff like that. So I reckon that's helped heaps.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sure you guys have spoken about this or written about this on your videos and articles and things that you put up on LinkedIn, but what's the benefit for candidates and clients to work with agencies? Because there's this kind of a stigma attached with working with a recruitment agency or working with recruiters. So in your own words, what would you say the benefit is for candidates and clients?
For candidates, for candidates, we're working with a lot of clients, sometimes exclusively. So they're not necessarily advertising a position that we have, that we know is available. So I guess our clients work with us because we've got access. Our job, day in and day out, is to talk to candidates and basically compile a list of candidates that might be looking for opportunities or that are openly looking for work or just waiting for the right opportunity to come. So that's what our clients essentially use us for. We're just another resource.
Yeah, I feel like our stretch might be a little bit further than a lot of clients. So where they may stick to, say, websites such as Seek or whatever, we delve a little bit deeper and we have, for example, our own database that we've compiled over 10 years, Over 10 years, we have corporate accounts with Seek. We have access to all those people. LinkedIn as well, especially, has been massive for us lately. And again, what we've done lately in terms of our marketing as well, as I feel has definitely casted our net pretty far in terms of our reach, in terms of candidate pool and stuff like that. So where, say, these clients may not necessarily have a lot of time to sort of really invest in sort of looking for the right candidate or clinician, we can sort of just slot in there and be those extra set of eyes.
Yeah, 100%. Our clients are, clinicians themselves. At the end of the day, we're recruiters full time, and we work with allied health exclusively, almost with healthcare only.
Yeah.
So we know, by learning on the job, we've learned a lot about the job. We've learned about physiotherapy, and then we've learned about different ways clinics run and things like that.
Yeah.
So we're very well versed to be able to help our clients after having a chat to them. Then we can figure out what they really need or what they really want in a clinician or an employee.
For sure. We also do those, say, initial screenings for a lot of clients. So where, for an example, if you were to put up an ad as a client and you get like hundreds of CVs, how do you know which any of these ones are good? Myself and Pierre actually go through each of these particular ones, have a chat to everyone and try to pick the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
So that definitely takes a lot of time and definitely helps our clients in a way, helping them sort of manage that a little bit better.
Yeah. A lot of the time, our clients will call us saying, we need this, and then they'll call me and Josh might say, I have the perfect candidate for this. Because that's our job. We're talking to candidates day in and day out.
Yeah,
finding out what they want, and then sometimes the jobs will line up, sometimes they don't.
And even to give them that sort of bit of an insight as well, I feel. So say, for an example, if you're looking for something fairly niche, or say you feel like you're not sort of getting the candidates that you'd like into your job ads, we probably have a better idea of what the market sort of looks like at the moment, give you sort of that insight saying, look, there's not too many community physios out there at the moment.
Lymphedemic, vestibular physios, like they're very niche. In my career, these 5 years, coming up 5 years, I've come across 3 vestibular physiotherapists. So when I've had someone ask me for a vestibular physiotherapist, I say that. I go, I've only come across 3 in my career. It's a very niche thing. I mean, do you know what vestibular is?
Of course I do.
It's to do with like balance. It's to do with all these.
Exactly what I thought.
But that's what I mean. Like our market knowledge because we've been doing this for so long, we pick up things.
Yeah, and that I think in turn helps candidates as well. So how we sort of help candidates again is sort of giving that insight of what these clients are looking for, what jobs are sort of out there, how to apply for these jobs, what are these clients that are looking for that will get you sort of in the door.
And the other thing is a lot of clinicians are looking to get into hospital, but there's only so many hospital roles available.
Yeah.
So we can give them advice as to what did you like about hospital? Okay, I like this particular department. And then we'd go, you can start here. If you like pediatric, primarily the NDIS caseloads are pediatric. There's a lot of, pediatric caseloads working in NDIS, which will give you the experience to work as a pediatric physiotherapist in a hospital. That's just things we've picked up over the years.
In addition to all of that, we definitely help people with their CV writing, making their own brand for themselves, a larger presence for themselves, making them more aware of, say, opportunities, stuff like that, trying to create their own brand as a physiotherapist to make them more well known to the industry and help them land a job.
Yeah, especially with the application processes, how to target their application or their CV.
For sure. Take out the sort of irrelevant stuff, help you with your CV writing, your cover letter writing, how to follow up on your interview, how to sort of go about your interview in the first place, stuff like that. Yeah, just sort of try to guide them in sort of the right direction and give them the best possible chance of sort of securing that job.
Yeah, 100%. Hashtag ACM tips.
Do you come across a lot of candidates though who are looking for work that have gone directly to a certain private practice or applied directly to a company, or would they normally just come to you to be like, I'm looking for something?
I mean, I think everyone does it differently. For me, I don't tell them not to apply for jobs.
Yeah, for sure. If you can do that yourself, then power to you. At the end of the day, our job is to help you find work, and if you can find work, then awesome.
Yeah. Again, we're just another resource for our clients and for our candidates.
Yeah. But if you need the extra help, we're more than happy to give that.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean, if we are working with these clients already, and if you put through what, like Josh said earlier, if there's 100 CVs, if you apply for that job directly, that client has to go through 100 CVs. They might not even see your CV.
Yeah, it kind of gets lost a little bit. So we want to try to make yours sort of stand out. And we sort of have those relationships with a lot of these clients where your CV can go directly right in front of them and right at the top of the bunch.
Whether it be the allied health manager, directors of the business, or clinical managers, so on and so on. We're talking directly to the people that are going to make that decision.
Yeah,
so that's another benefit for candidates to work with us.
But then again, if you get the job, you get the job.
Yeah, if you've already applied, we'll help you anyway.
So that concludes the formal questions. I just wanted to know.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Josh broke his hand. I forgot.
Anyway.
I've actually never asked you guys this before, but if you had the opportunity to recruit for any other industry, what would you choose?
Is this still in ACM Healthcare?
Nah.
No.
Say we started our own agency, and then I'll say you started your own agency. What would you want to recruit for?
Well, I don't know if this is an agency, like actors.
No, there'll be so much drama.
Nah, man, I would
So
do
much
actors,
headache.
extras, all that type of stuff.
Do you know what? I'd do extras,
That's
Extras,
not
That's
actors.
a casting thing, though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's still an agency, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
That's fair. But the thing is, like,
That'd be
say,
pretty fun.
have you ever? You always hear those stories about like heaps like diva actresses or like really like crazy actors that like
Yeah, but those are
demand
more
all
like
this
your
sort of stuff.
agents, personal agents, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's
that'd be
your-
so much harder than say
People have to, like,
physiotherapy.
audition in front of you as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, how good?
yeah.
That'd be pretty. Yeah, I guess.
I would do that.
I want to do something like heaps low maintenance stuff, like heaps.
Like what?
I don't know, like bricklayers or something like that.
I like labourers.
Yeah, like labourers.
I used to work for an agency when I was
like
younger.
heaps blue collar.
Really?
It was more
Maybe
just like
not.
no experience needed.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
you
blah.
don't
It was
need
just sort of
experience,
Like, do you
like-
need work?
Yeah, are you
go to this address.
are you a good guy? Cool.
Yeah. Well, it was like pretty much all, and then the clients would call and be like, "Oh, this guy's not a good worker," blah blah blah.
Then I'd be like, no
we're gonna
dramas.
put you
I
in
have
there,
70
we're
other
gonna
ones.
replace
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I have a question. Do you think you'd be a recruiter if you weren't at ACM Healthcare?
Probably not. To be honest, I had no idea this was even really a thing. Like,
It's like shocking. I have never heard of it.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
in my life.
And now when people ask me like, "Oh, I'm struggling to find a job," like no matter what they're in, I'm like, "Have you spoken to a recruiter?"
Yeah, me neither. Well, like, you should go reach out to an agency.
Yeah. There's a recruiter for everything. I had no idea.
Yeah, so if you're struggling to find a job,
Yeah.
talk to a recruiter, man. Well, guys, I guess that's the ACM show with me and Josh. Thanks for coming on, bro.
No worries.
Well, I guess I was a guest too. Thanks for doing your thing. Thanks for doing whatever you did just now. But yeah, guys, if you guys are looking for jobs, again, we do specialize in physiotherapy, but we work across the board with occupational therapists, speeches, podiatrists, so on and so on. If you are looking for a job, feel free to get in contact with us. But I guess until next time,
This is Josh.
this is Pierre from ACM Healthcare.
Helping you guys help others.
See you guys next episode.